Alright, it's Joey Webb here with Foxy.com, and I'm sitting here right now with Gilbert Melendez. He's #1 contender, UFC lightweight. Also the coach for The Ultimate Fighter Season 20, which is going to be premiering next Wednesday, September 10th at 10 p.m. And Gil, how you doing today?
Doing really good. How about you?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Hey, so how exciting was it to, be this being your first gig coaching for TUF?
Yeah, no, it was really exciting. It was fun working with a bunch of professionals, and I enjoyed it. A lot of my time, a little more time consuming, time demanding than I expected for the TV production part, but working with the ladies was a pleasure.
Awesome. It feel good to be back. You over back at El Nino Training Center?
Way good to be back at El Nino, back in my routine, back in my element, and some normal weather and no air condition, just fresh bay breeze and doing my thing. Yep.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Let me see. I think I met your dad. I think it was
I bet
Strikeforce Diaz versus Daly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I had asked him. I said, "How proud are you of your son puts the ass whooping down?" He said, "I'm very proud." He said, "Very proud." And
nice.
Does he still try to give you advice? On,
all the time. He hasn't fought a day in his life, and he thinks he's a better fighter than me. But for every 5 things he says, one of them hits right on. Surprisingly, but he knows the sport well. He's the one that told me to, really work on a jab, and I don't think many MMA guys got a jab. And he's the one who took me to boxing events when I was young, and just taught me how to be a man. I'm from his blood. We're from the same blood, so it's obvious we share some of the same characteristics. So.
Awesome. You had a championship fight about a year and a half ago with Benson Henderson, and I watched that fight a couple times over and over, and I felt like you won the fight.
I felt like that too.
Do you feel like this fight with Anthony Pettis for the championship coming up is pretty much meant to be for you?
I believe so.
Because it is your second title.
Yeah, I really do believe so. I think it is meant to be, and it's the creator and the fight god's giving me that second chance. I think I won that first fight, and I showed some discipline and some techniques, but I just didn't let the beast go. There's a lot on the line. Contracts and it's your first fight in the UFC. You can't mess up. You know what I mean? And I played it pretty safe. And that's not going to happen this fight. I'm going to be very aggressive, and I'm going to go take that title. So, I'm very fortunate to be in this situation, though I took the bulls by the horn and made it happen.
Yeah, it's true. I asked you about this earlier about how you brought Nate to the set of the show, and Pettis seems to have it out for Nate for some reason, and he had mentioned a couple times that he wants to shut Nate up, even though Nate's not really saying too much. I think he tweeted one thing, and then Anthony Pettis has just been going on about that. Do you feel that it's your advantage that he's actually focusing, or he's putting so much emotion into Nate Diaz when he should be focusing on you? Sure,
man, I'm not banking on anything, but I can see it all over his face. Thinks he's gonna walk right through me, and a lot of people, I see the look on their face as well. So, and Nate's just an intimidating guy, man, and no one likes to get punked, and he must feel like he got punked by Nate or something, so he has something to prove. But his name doesn't even come up, in Nate's mouth. Nate's down. I know Nate will be down any day of the week. He'll do it in the street for free. But as for that, let him worry about it. And I think Nate has a really good intimidation factor, and it's good. I'll make sure I have him in my corner.
Yeah, there was a lot of speculation or a lot of talk about Nate not even being in the rankings or whatever because he hasn't fought. But his last fight was Gray Maynard. He finished that fight. That was an excellent fight. And do you think that Pettis is kind of helping him out? I mean, as far as making everybody know that Diaz is still in #1 lightweight.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. As these rankings are, very dumb at times. It was really silly to take them off the rankings when 2 guys he beat, like Jim Miller and Cowboy Cerrone, were ranked 4 and 5, I believe, at the time when they did that. As well as Gray Maynard, the guy he beat too, was ranked at the time, and he's still not in the rankings. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, man, Nate says it. He's you can see his Twitter following. He has more followers than anybody in the 155-pound division. He's one of the most famous fighters in the world. Top 10 in my book, and and I think his name is always being brought up, and he knows that's good for his brand, and he knows, he's on the radar, dude. We all know he's one of the baddest dudes out there, and one of the most challenging and entertaining guys to fight. And regardless of what people think about it, that's what people want. As a fighter, that's the kind of challenge you want. Someone who's going to come get it, and not someone who's going to run away. So I think in a weird way, Pettis must respect him.
Awesome. How often do you get a chance to go up there to their new gym up in?
Quite a bit. I go to Lodi, and their Nick Diaz Gracie Academy, and I go out there and check the boys out. And we train quite a bit. He comes down as well too, and more so in training camp. So we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
That's cool, man. You do a lot of triathlon training with him?
I've done a try for fun, which is like a half triathlon where you swim like a half mile, 16-mile bike ride, 3-mile run. Went on it I got a crash course from Nick Diaz. We're riding the streets of Stockton at 1:30 in the morning, showing me how to dismount from the bike and how to do it. And then I woke up at 5 a.m. We went to go do a triathlon, dude. So it was cool, man. It's cool. The human body is amazing, and it's fun to push it a little bit and test yourself and do cool shit like that.
That's great, man. So this season, The Ultimate Fighter, you feel like you had a good team?
Yeah, I was very happy with my team. I was very happy. Just it's tough building relationships in a short time and having people trust you and listen and a good amount of the ladies fell in line and really gave it their all and I appreciated that.
Wow. Yeah, I like watching women's MMA. I don't think there's not too much of a difference between women and men when it comes to the sport. I find a lot of women fights to be more exciting actually, because they are more flexible and some of them that are skilled in jiu-jitsu end up in crazy positions that you would never see guys end up in. But did you see a lot of that?
I did. There was some really good fighting and a little more explosiveness and speed and sometimes some ladies have a way to go, but some ladies were very impressive and definitely look like real professionals.
That's great. So it sounds like you had fun.
I did.
Do you see yourself in the future maybe coaching again?
I would, yeah. I'd love to coach on the Ultimate Fighter show. Maybe not. You know what I mean? I'd like to still continue to coach after my career though, and coach fighters. And it takes more than 6 weeks to really build a relationship and get the trust and really develop a fighter. So in the future I would love to coach in that. But doing the Ultimate Fighter show, I commend the ladies for being contestants. Being a coach, it takes a lot away from your time. Maybe in this, if the price is right, I'll do it. But no real desire to take away from my life as much to do that again.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I think that'll be it. All right, it's Joey Webb here. I'm with Gilbert Melendez, and make sure you check out the news, The Ultimate Fighter Season 20, next Wednesday, September 10th at 10 p.m. And thank you, Gilbert. I appreciate your time, man.